3. Your habits can compound for you against you. Positive compounding. Productivity compounds. Accomplishing one extra task is a small feat of any given day, but it counts for a lot over an entire career. The effect of automating and the old task or mastering a new skill can be even greater. The effect of automating an old task or mastering a new skill can be even greater. The more tasks you can handle without thinking, the more your brain is free to focus on other areas. On the other side is negative compounding. So stress compounds. The frustration of a traffic jam, the weight of parenting responsibility, the worry of making ends meet, the strain of slightly high blood pressure by themselves. These common causes of stress are manageable, but when they persist for years, little stress compound into serious health issues. Knowledge compounds. Learning one new idea won't make you a genius, but a commitment to lifelong learning can be transformative. Furthermore, each book you read not only teaches you something new, but also opens up different ways of thinking about old ideas. As Warren Buffett says, that's how knowledge works. It builds up like compound interest. On negative compounding side, negative thoughts compound. The more you think of yourself as worthless, stupid, ugly, the more you condition yourself to interpret life that way. You get trapped in a thought loop. The same is true for how you think about others. Once you fall into the habit of seeing people as angry, unjust, or selfish, you see those kind of people everywhere. Relationships compound on positive compounding. People reflect your behavior back to you. The more you help others, the more others want to help you. Being a little bit nicer to each interaction can result in a network of broad and strong connections over time. Outrage compounds on negative compounding. Riots, protests, and mass movements are rarely the result of a single event. Instead of long series of microaggressions and daily aggravations, slowly multiply until one event tips and the scales and outrage spreads like wildfire. Next chapter is what progress is really like. Imagine that you have an ice cube sitting on the table in front of you. The room is cold and you can see your breath. It is currently 25 degrees. Ever so slowly the room begins to heat up. 26 degrees, 27, 28. The ice cube is still sitting on the table in front of you. 29 degrees, 30, 31. Still nothing has happened. Then 32 degrees. The ice begins to melt. A 1 degree shift, seemingly no different from the temperature increases from before it, has unlocked a huge change. Breakthrough movements are often the result of many previous actions which build up the potential required to unleash a major change. This pattern shows up everywhere. Cancer spreads 80% of its life undetectable, then takes over the body in months. Bamboo can be rarely seen. Bamboo can barely be seen for the first 5 years as it builds extensive root system underground before exploding 90 feet into the air within 6 weeks. Similarly, habits often appear to make no difference until you cross a critical threshold and unlock a new level of performance. In the early and middle stages of any quest, there is often a valley of disappointment. You expect to make progress in a linear fashion, and it's frustrating how ineffective changes can seem during the first days, weeks, and even months. It doesn't feel like you are going anywhere. It's a hallmark of any compounding process. The most powerful outcomes are delayed. This is one of the core reasons why it is so hard to build habits that last. People make a few small changes, fail to see a tangible results, and decide to stop. You think I have been running every day for a month, so why can't I see any change in my body? Once, then, once this kind of thinking takes over, it's easy to let good habits fall by the wayside.